What's happening, guys? I'm Cooper Carter, and this is the brand new Valentine HH from Ernie Music Man. It's got two heat-treated humbucker pickups, a 5-way selector switch, and the neck side fret dots do this. Way back in 2016, over 8 years ago, Ernie Music Man debuted and I demoed the very first Valentine, the result of the collaboration between the company and Maroon 5's James Valentine. 2 years later, Music Man released the Valentine with a tremolo, and again, I demoed that instrument. By that point, the Valentine had already become one of my all-time favorite guitars. I have gigged and recorded endlessly with this guitar, and if you guys follow this channel or you watch my weekly Fractal Friday series on G66's YouTube channel, you have definitely seen my Valentine pop up a lot. I am a huge fan of the instrument. Now, that being said, I do want to make it clear that just like all the videos on my channel, Ernie Music Man is not paying me to say nice things about this instrument. They're not paying me to speak glowingly about its features. I asked them to send this model out because I really wanted to check it out after James and I spent some time filming a Fractal Friday episode, going through all of the tones that he and I designed for Maroon 5's live show, more specifically their Las Vegas residency at the Park MGM. But of course, James is using those sounds as well if you've seen Maroon 5 anywhere else in the world for the last several years. I was so impressed with the sound of the new HH Valentine that I asked to have one sent out, and that's what you're looking at now. Just like the original Valentine, this new HH, or double humbucker version, features an ash body and a roasted figured maple neck. This new Valentine is available in a beautiful cherry with a rosewood fretboard. The cherry is actually based on the color of James's very first guitar from high school, and it's also available in ivory white with a maple fretboard, which is, of course, the color combination that I have right here. The guitar is a 25.5-inch scale length. It features a 10-inch radius neck, which feels absolutely amazing in your hand, not only because of the shape, but also due to the fact that Ernie Music Man is finishing these necks only in gunstock oil and wax. You can see there's no poly after the headstock. This entire length is finished only in that blend. Now, I did mention that the neck is roasted. The roasting process removes moisture from the wood, which leads to increased stability. You pair that with 5 bolts for your bolt-on neck, and at the top here, Shaler locking tuning machine heads, which I think should be mandatory by law on all guitars because they not only keep things in tune, but they also make string changes so much easier. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention one of the coolest features of this guitar, the glow-in-the-dark fret marker dots along the neck. This feature addresses a real-world need that came out of Maroon 5's residency in Vegas. There are several points during that show where both the stage and the house go completely 100% dark before the start of a song. And James needed to know with absolute clarity where he was on the fretboard before that song started and then the lights came up. This is one of those features though that now that I have it on this guitar, I want it on all of my guitars. I know that there are stickers and markers that people have made to address this issue in the past, but having these actually built into the guitar so that there's nothing there for your finger to rub against, it's just completely flush with the instrument, and being able to see the frets in complete darkness is really honestly a game changer. I love that it made its way into this guitar, and I want it in more guitars. But of course, the real star of the show on this new Valentine is the electronics, specifically these two brand new heat-treated humbucker pickups. I've spoken at length in other demos about the heat-treated process that Ernie Ball has developed. It emerged out of their research into metallurgy to develop the cobalt and M steel strings. They then took those lessons learned and applied them to pickup design, resulting in pickups that really do have more clarity and usable tone, dynamic range, and strength across the entire range of the volume knob, which isn't always the case with modern pickups. A lot of modern pickups do really well when you run it all the way hot, but then as you start to kind of ease off, they don't maintain the warmth that you usually get from more vintage pickups. So in other words, the HTs are kind of combining the best of modern and vintage pickups. I joked in my very first demo of an HT guitar, which was the Sabre, that they easily could have called them HD instead, because to my ears at least, it really just sounds like the pickups have gained this extra resolution because there's much more usable tone, again, across the entirety of the volume knob's range. This new Valentine features a 5-way selector switch. The other Valentine models have a 3-way selector switch, but they also have a push-push tone pot that this does not have that opens up additional pickup combinations. This tone knob simply rolls tone on and off, and you have access to all the pickup combos through the 5-way selector. Rounding out the electronics package, we have an up to 20 dB active boost hiding underneath the push-push volume knob. Simply push to bring in 12 dB of gain from the factory. You can turn this up to 20 dB by accessing the back of the guitar. And then to turn it off, just push the volume knob back down. This is one of my all-time favorite features on a guitar. It's making its way into most of Music Man's models now. When you're taking a solo and you're just not feeling it, you need a little more gain, you can just push that guy up. You can also just forgo bringing a boost pedal with your rig because you've got up to 20 dB of gain right there. An absolutely killer feature that I'm glad to see they have kept and paired with these new heat-treated pickups. But that is certainly enough talk from me. Why don't we hear what all of these features sound like when they come together? And that is the new Valentine HH from Ernie Ball Music Man. It is now available for purchase for $29.99 retail, and each instrument ships inside Ernie Ball Music Man's proprietary mono case, which is lighter and offers more protection than their previous hard cases, houses a custom molded insert for the instrument and accessories, and is covered on the outside by Mono's water and damage-resistant shark skin. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment in the comment section below, letting me know not only what you would like to see demoed on this channel, but also what you think of the Valentine HH, especially if you've already gotten to play one for yourself. I'm headed to the NAMM show next week. I will be playing at the Ernie Ball booth, so if you're there, come say hi, come check out some music. But until next time, keep rocking, take care.